Oh, I'm just gonna be real with y'all, you know? I don't wanna be fake. I don't wanna act like, just try to say just the right thing. I'm gonna just be real, you know? Why am I so nervous? There's literally no one here. I don't know why I'm so nervous. Okay. I'm just gonna be myself, because if y'all love me, then y'all love me for who I am. Hey everyone, my name is Ashley. For those who don't know, I'm a University of South Florida student. Go Bulls. I'm basically doing this because I just wanted to share my story as a first semester college student. The purpose behind this is that I just want to inspire girls, inspire anyone in general, just to know that sometimes things that they go through, they're not the only ones going through it. Sometimes we can be in positions where we feel like we're struggling and that we're the only ones struggling with those things, but in reality there's a lot of people that are struggling with the same thing. And I just want to, even if it's just one person that sees this and it's just like, oh, I'm not alone, then I'll be satisfied with that. So just a little bit about me. I come from a broken household, even though I have two amazing loving parents. My mom did everything she can to support me. She kind of raised me as a single parent for a little while, but my dad was always in the picture. My dad was always so loving towards me. My dad never made me feel like he didn't love me or made me feel any less for having divorced parents. He'd always see me, always visit me, always was there for me. So I'm really thankful that I have two amazing loving parents, and I have a stepdad who loves me so much now too. I have two half sisters and I have a stepmom as well that loves me too. So I'm just really thankful to have just a family that supports me and loves me no matter what. I kind of came from a strict household. My mom was kind of strict, but she did it all out of love. My mom raised me as an only child, so everything was kind of focused on me. Growing up, sometimes I felt kind of pressured that I had to kind of step up because I was the only child. My mom expected a lot from me, which I'm so thankful for, because now I consider myself to be really successful. I'm doing really great in college, grade wise and everything, and it's because of how much she pushed me to get to this level. Something about me that I hold really dear to my heart and something that I consider a really big part of my personality is that I'm a Christian. I was really involved in church. It kind of started in middle school. I started being involved in dance ministry at my church. I've danced ever since I was 3 years old, so that was kind of something that was really a really big part of me as well. So when I got to do it at church, it was amazing because it's something I really connected with. So I was part of the fine arts ministry at my church, and that really helped me to get plugged in. And from there, I kind of went on to children's ministry, working with the youth and youth ministry. So I was really involved in church. I always believed in God. I always loved God, and that's something that is a really big part of who I am. So coming into college, being a Christian, it was really hard. It was a really big culture shock. Again, I had kind of strict parents, so I never was really the type in high school to be going out all the time, to be exposed to a lot of things. So coming into college, I definitely saw a lot that I didn't see in high school, and it was kind of a lot to take in at first. It was something really shocking. I didn't really know what was going on. I kind of was just going with the flow. It was something that just kind of, I was left saying, wow, entering college was something really different for me. But it's something I was really excited. It was the first time I kind of felt I had that freedom to be myself and do what I wanted to do. But with that kind of came a price. Luckily, I met a really great group of girls that I was able to express my faith with, and I was able to express who I was without feeling ashamed. But at the same time, I met a lot of girls that were always wanted to go out partying and always wanted to do all these things, and it was really hard for me to find that balance of keeping who I was and being true to who I was, but still trying to be a part of this other group, trying to be cool or trying to act like the typical college student or trying to fit into the college experiences. So that's something that I really struggled with coming into college. I began to go out a lot more, and I began to meet so many people. I started making so many new friends, which was really exciting, but I kind of started to lose who I was during that process. And it wasn't because of them, it wasn't because they're bad people or anything like that, but you just get caught up in the whole college experience. You just get caught up in the whole college atmosphere, that sometimes it can be really hard to just reflect and realize, like, is this who I want to be? And little by little, I started doing things that didn't really go with my faith, didn't really go with what I believed in. When I came to college, I live kind of like an hour and 30 away from home. So I couldn't go to the same church that I went to. I couldn't be involved in the same ministries that I went to. It was really hard, and I also don't have a car. So it was really hard to get plugged into a church right away when I came down here. Luckily, I had this amazing group called Kyle that I was able to visit and feel connected and meet people like-minded as me. And that really helped a lot. If it wasn't for that group, I don't know where I would be right now. So I started getting caught up in the college experience. I started going out all the time. I started, just having what I thought to be fun, or I thought I needed to do to be a typical college student. I just started getting caught up in the college vibe. And not saying that it's anything wrong, but there comes a point where you need to realize, is this what I believe in? Is this are my actions reflecting what I believe in, or reflecting what I believe to be true? So I continued, to go out, be with my friends, and I love my friends to death. It's nothing against my friends, but I slowly realized I started to lose who I was. I started to pray less. I started to read my word less. I started to, do things that I never used to do. So I started realizing this change in me, and it was because I wasn't strong in who I was, and I was afraid of being who I was, and I was afraid that my friends still wouldn't be my friends. And I started fearing the fact that me being true to myself and me being true to others and telling others who I was gonna lose friends in the process. But I was looking at this all wrong. I realized that being true to yourself, you're gonna see who your real friends are, because those real friends are not gonna judge you for who you are. They're gonna be accepting of you, and they're still gonna stick around and be your friends. With my church district, we have these conventions and these camps. So I had a convention coming up, and I was super excited. I was gonna be back with my church. I was gonna be surrounded by a lot of like-minded people again, being able to do what I love to do, which is to worship. And I was super, super, super excited. So I also had this guy during all this that he has been my best friend for 2 years now. We have been growing together. I care about him a lot. He cares about me a lot. But during this time, I kind of started separating myself from him too, which was really hard for me, because he's the one that kind of has helped me grow. And not that you need to rely on a guy to help you grow, but he helped me push me to my potential, and he always believed in me, and he was always there to support me. So he's someone I held really close to me too. And even through all this, I started drifting apart from him too. Thankfully, he has always never left my side. He's always been there. He's always been supporting me even when I didn't want that support. That's something that I would cherish forever. So at this convention, the day came. I was super excited to go see all my friends. I was really expecting God to move in a way so powerful, and I had a lot of expectancy for this convention. So we get there. The first day is on a Friday. So we get there on Friday. We have service, we worship. Everything was good. I was worshiping. During all this, it's not that I lost faith. It's not that I didn't believe in God anymore. It's not that I didn't want to be close with God, but it was just that I got caught up in everything. That it's when you get caught up in everything, and when you start to slowly drift away, you don't even notice that you're drifting away until it's too late, until you're so far away that you're like, what happened? That's where I was in my life. I didn't even know that I was drifting. I didn't even know what was happening. It was just all happening so fast. So then this Friday convention, I was worshiping, I was listening to the service, and I was like, wow, this feels good to be home. It feels like home when I'm here, and it feels so amazing to be here. And that's when I kind of realized, like I was drifting away from God. And even though it wasn't in any negative way, but I was still drifting away, and I still felt that void in me, missing something. And it was that relationship that I once had. It was that fire that I once had. So I started realizing that Friday everything was cool, nothing crazy happened. I was happy to be back surrounded by my amazing church family. I was happy to be surrounded by the kid. His name is Junior. I was happy to be surrounded by him again, just be able to have like that one-on-one with him, talking about everything. So that was really, really good. So Friday night I was worshiping, and I started realizing that I had this jealousy in me, because I would see other people getting prayed for, and crying, and all these crazy things were happening to them, and I didn't really feel it on Friday. I started to become jealous. I started to compare myself a lot to other people and what they were receiving from God. And I was like, God, why are you not coming to me like that? Why are you not reaching to me like that? Why are you not allowing these crazy things to happen to me? So then we come to Saturday night, I'm worshiping again. I'm up in the front again. It was altar call for the service. Service was powerful. The preacher was amazing. So we were worshiping, and I remember just praying, and I was like, you know what, this is just going to be between me and you, God. I'm not going to worry about anyone else. I'm not going to worry about if anyone comes to pray for me. I'm not going to worry about if something crazy happens to me. I'm just going to let you do you. So during this time I was up there, I was praying, I was just focused on me and God. And I remember what someone once told me was that sometimes God's silence is the biggest blessing. And I was like, you know, God, like I'm not gonna worry about what I'm feeling. I'm just gonna focus on you. I'm gonna give you all the praise. I'm gonna put all the glory to you. And then that's when I realized God speaking to me. One girl that's from my church, she came up to me, she started praying for me, and it was really powerful. And it wasn't just a general prayer. She was saying things that I really needed. She was saying things how I've been in my lowest point, but God has always been there, being my strength and holding me up. And that's something that I just began to cry, because I just realized over these past couple months at college, I really was weak, and I was really weakened, and I didn't have that strength from God, and I wasn't leaning on Him, but instead I was trying to lean on my own strength. And I realized you can't do it on your own. You need His strength to help you to get through everything. You need His love, and you need His power, or else we can't do anything. So she was saying all this stuff. She was telling me, she was saying, you have these gifts that you've been hiding. You have these gifts that you've been putting in the closet. You think that you don't have any potential, but you have so much potential. And you have so much potential to just be an influence in others. And you need to just let go and let God move and let God do what He wants to do in your life. And I was like, Lord, I was like, oh my Lordy. I was like, this is exactly what I needed. And I was like, oh my gosh. She's crazy, because it's exactly what I need to hear. And then she just kept praying for me, and she kept interceding for me, and I was just crying on her, and she was just telling me to let go, open up my heart and let Him in. And I realized that's what I need to do this whole time. And tying into what I originally was talking about, which is my first semester here at college, I just realized I was putting up this wall, and I thought I needed to be someone that I wasn't. And I thought I needed to put this show that I was this cool person, that's the only way I would make friends, and that's the only way I would get through college. But in reality, it's not. And I just wanted to encourage anyone out there that feels that they're transitioning into this college years, and that they think, and they're a Christian, or not even just a Christian, but it can apply to anything in your life, and just being true to who you are and what you believe in. I think it's really hard for us to be influenced by who we're around, and if we're not strong in what we believe in, it could be really easy to lose that part of you. And you never want to lose who you are. You always want to be true to who you are. Sometimes we focus on whether or not we're going to have those friends around still if we be true to who we are, but at the end of the day, that doesn't matter, because whoever wants to be part of your life will be a part of your life. And I'm a strong believer in what happens for a reason. I think that I was brought here for a reason. I experienced everything I did for a reason, to be able to share my testimony, be able to share my story, to know, so I could help someone else know that they're not alone in this. I think a lot of times when we come to college, it could be really easy for us to feel alone and feel like we don't have anyone to talk to or anyone to relate to. And I just want to just encourage you to find those group of friends that you could just be yourself with. Surround yourself with people that are lifting you up and helping you grow as a person in general, and just that positive energy, because you don't want to surround yourself with people that are going to continue to bring you down. I realized that me personally, I compare myself a lot to others. I see people doing amazing things, and I'm like, why am I not there yet? But I remember also something that God promised me before was patience. You need to have patience in everything that you do, because your time will come. Maybe my time isn't now. I realized that I need to be focus on seeking Him, and focus on being true to myself, being open about what I believe in, and not worrying about what others are going to say about me, and just being true to myself. And that's ultimately what's important. Don't rely on others' opinions to define who you are, because your mistakes do not define you. That's something that I had to learn. I have made so many mistakes in my past that I let that past control my future decisions. I let that past control what I was going to do in my life, and I let that past control what I even thought about my own self. But I realized that your past and your mistakes don't define who you are. If anything, your past and your mistakes build you to be a better person and overcome those mistakes, and be able to just use those mistakes to grow as a person. And then because of that, you're able to talk to others, and you're able to share what you have gone through and encourage other people. And if we never made mistakes we would never have anything to talk about. If we never made mistakes, we could never grow. So I realized, something that I realized and something I really had to, it took a lot of time for me to realize, was that my past and my mistakes are what makes me me. I learned so much from experiencing just one semester in college. I learned so much about myself. I learned so much about others around me. I realized what I want in life. I realized what's really important. And I wouldn't be where I am if I didn't make the mistakes I did, if I didn't have amazing people around me that helped me through those struggles. I wouldn't be who I am. And that's just it. Like, your past doesn't define you. Your mistakes don't define you. Don't let anyone tell you you're any less than what you are, because you are all wonderfully made. You all have a purpose in life. Sometimes it's hard to see that purpose, but as you continue to grow, as you continue to experience things, you begin to realize why you're here, and you begin to discover what your purpose is in life. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I just really hope that even if it's just one person, that you are touched by this video. I know it's something crazy. I know it's not this huge emotional story, but I just really felt the need to share this and just be able to just encourage just one person, just to know that you're not alone, that college can be really a tough year, a tough season in your life, but you're gonna overcome it. Yeah, if you'd like to see more videos, my goal in the future is to make a YouTube account and a YouTube video with Junior, which is the guy that I've been talking to. We've been talking for 2 years. We're best friends right now. We're not official. Hopefully soon. But we're just relying on God. We're focused on finding ourselves first, and just we're focused on seeking God first and putting Him first in our relationship before anything. Just making sure, everything is set, that it's all set with God, that we both are ready for it, with jobs, and just prepared to take that next step in a relationship. So my goal is to eventually have an account with him and just be an encouraging account, pranks, funny stuff, too. No, it doesn't always have to be serious. I was editing my video and I realized my camera cut out last minute, so I didn't get to exit out the video. So I just want to say I hope you guys enjoy. If you guys want to see more, like and subscribe, please. And my account is just going to be a lot of other stuff, not just videos of me talking for hours. But it's going to be a lot of cool stuff and a lot of encouragement and a lot of funny videos. So yeah, like and subscribe, please. Thank you guys. So I record myself doing my first video, so I think it's good.